Paramashivoham. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is fasting. Understand? Priya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each god is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
அஞ்சலென்றடைய அபயம் தரும் லிங்கம் ஆனந்த நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் பிணி நீக்கும் உயிர் காக்கும் ஞான ஒளியாக பூத்த நித்யானந்தன் தந்த உயர்லிங்கம் ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் பதிதனிலே மலைவல வழிதனிலே அருமையாய் அமர்ந்த நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். அருணையும் பதிதனிலே மலைவல வழிதனிலே அருமையாய் அமர்ந்த நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். கருதிடும் அடியவரின் மலையெனும் துயர்களையே கடுகன உடைக்கும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். கருதிடும் அடியவரின் மலையெனும் துயர்களையே கடுகன உடைக்கும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். கவலைகள் விடிவுறவே அவலங்கள் பொடிப்படவே கருணையின் அருளழகாய் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். கவலைகள் விடிவுறவே அவலங்கள் பொடிப்படவே கருணையின் அருளழகாய் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். சுயமதை உணர்த்திடவே சுகமதில் நிலை பெறவே தவநிலை குயத்தும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். சுயமதை உணர்த்திடவே சுகமதில் நிலை பெறவே தவநிலை குயத்தும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். தவநிலை குயர்த்தும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம். ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம். ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பிணிகளை போக்கிவிடும் பிறவியும் போக்கிவிடும் உயர்நிலை வாழ்வளிக்கும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பிணிகளை போக்கிவிடும் பிறவியும் போக்கிவிடும் உயர்நிலை வாழ்வளிக்கும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மனிதருக்கு அரியதொரு அரூபரூபமெனும் அஜோமுகத்தை காட்டும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மனிதருக்கு அரியதொரு அரூபரூபமெனும் அஜோமுகத்தை காட்டும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். அமரர்கள் உலகமெல்லாம் அருள் பெற விரதம் கொண்ட 1008 நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். அமரர்கள் உலகமெல்லாம் அருள் பெற விரதம் கொண்ட 1008 நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். குணக்கடல் குவலயத்தை குறைவின்றி காக்கயங்கள் குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். குணக்கடல் குவலயத்தை குறைவின்றி காக்கயங்கள் குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம். ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். அஞ்சலென்றடைய அபயம் தரும் லிங்கம். ஆனந்த நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்த.
ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம். ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம். ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோகம்.
அஞ்சலென்றடைய அபயம் தரும் லிங்கம். ஆனந்த நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பிணி நீக்கும் உயிர் காக்கும் ஞான ஒளியாக பூத்த நித்யானந்தன் தந்த உயர்லிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம். ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம். ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மலைவல வழிதனிலே அருமையாய் அமர்ந்த நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். அருணயம் பதிதனிலே மலைவல வழிதனிலே அருமையாய் அமர்ந்த நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். கருதிடும் அடியவரின் மலையெனும் துயர்களையே கடுகன உடைக்கும் நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். கருதிடும் அடியவரின் மலையெனும் துயர்களையே கடுகன உடைக்கும் நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். கவலைகள் விடிவுறவே அவலங்கள் பொடிப்படவே கருணையின் அருள் அழகாய் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். கவலைகள் விடிவுறவே அவலங்கள் பொடிப்படவே கருணையின் அருள் அழகாய் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். சுயமதை உணர்த்திடவே சுகமதில் நிலை பெறவே தவநிலை குயத்தும் நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். சுயமதை உணர்த்திடவே சுகமதில் நிலை பெறவே தவநிலை குயத்தும் நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். தவநிலை குயர்த்தும் நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம். ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம். ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பிணிகளை போக்கிவிடும் பிறவியும் போக்கிவிடும் உயர்நிலை வாழ்வளிக்கும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பிணிகளை போக்கிவிடும் பிறவியும் போக்கிவிடும் உயர்நிலை வாழ்வளிக்கும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மனிதருக்கு அரியதொரு அரூபரூபமெனும் அஜோமுகத்தை காட்டும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மனிதருக்கு அரியதொரு அரூபரூபமெனும் அஜோமுகத்தை காட்டும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். அமரர்கள் உலகமெல்லாம் அருள் பெற விரதம் கொண்ட 1008 நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். அமரர்கள் உலகமெல்லாம் அருள் பெற விரதம் கொண்ட 1008 நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். குணக்கடல் குவலயத்தை குறைவின்றி காக்கயங்கள் குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். குணக்கடல் குவலயத்தை குறைவின்றி காக்கயங்கள் குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம். ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். அஞ்சலென்றடைய அபயம் தரும் லிங்கம்.
नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्
सर्वभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyanandam, I welcome you all in today's Parashakti Akashic reading program. Today we are going to learn about the introduction to the program and demonstration of extraordinary powers of third eye by the Balasans of Nithyananda Gurukul. We will also learn about who is Devi Parashakti, what are Akashic readings, and how we can benefit from attending or experiencing an Akashic reading session. Also, we will have the Darshan, Diksha and Akashic readings by Devi Parashakti herself manifesting through the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And at the end, we will have manifestation of extraordinary powers of third eye, and it is open for all. Anyone can join this and experience and manifest the powers of the third eye. So before entering into the program, we will have a short introduction about what is Samadhi, Bhava Samadhi Darshan. So first of all, we will learn about what is Samadhi. Sam, Adi means one with the source. Bhava means attitude or aspect. Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect. Definition of Bhava Samadhi: the aspect, the bhava you choose through that bhava being one with the source, Samadhi, is Bhava Samadhi. Knowing this aspect, bhava, is ultimate, adi, and being in oneness, sama, with that is Bhava Samadhi. So what is the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan? What is the logic or the science behind why Bhava Samadhi Darshan happens? So first of all, the first thing we need to understand is divine cosmic beings are real. They are not any mythological character or fictional character or imagination. They are really real and they manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. Divine cosmic beings manifesting through Archavatara, deities in temple, and through Bhava Samadhi Darshan in Nijavatara incarnations. So these divine beings, cosmic divine beings, are real and they choose to manifest through either the Archavataras, the deities in the temples, or through the Nijavataras, the incarnations, like the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Benefits of Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Bhava Samadhi awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. Awakening of Kundalini Shakti results in extraordinary abilities expressing through us, like third eye awakening, ability to have remote vision, ability to scan anyone's body, levitation, teleportation, and materialization. So we have already learned about this, that the Bala Yogis, the Balasans and disciples of His Divine Holiness, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, already are manifesting these Shaktis, like power of the third eye awakening, ability to have remote vision, ability to scan anyone's body, levitation, teleportation, and materialization. All this you can also experience through having the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of Swamiji as Devi manifest through him. Bhava Samadhi Darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti and your whole brain becomes alive. This influx of superconscious energy visibly slows down the aging process and improves immunity to diseases. So another benefit of the Bhava Samadhi Darshan is the slowing down of the aging process. It is not just slowing down, it is also anti-aging. So when you start having more and more darshan, the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, the neurons in your brain gets activated, and that activism, that creates the environment through which you anti-age and also it builds the immunity system in such a way that you become immune to more diseases and more infections. Also, it with increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain becomes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform our lives. Having darshan or even a glimpse brings lasting transformation in us, cleansing lifetimes of karmas and raising you to the next level of super conscious breakthrough, like hitting the reset button on your being. So, what do we mean by cleansing lifetimes of karmas is we have, due to our various desires, actions, culminated in and collected a large number of karmas. But when we see the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, due to the presence of the incarnation, all these karmas start dissolving and they get cleansed away, and you can feel that the heaviness on your chest, it is melting away, and you feel alive, you feel light, you feel rejuvenated. And this is another benefit of having the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. It feels like you have pressed the reset button of your being and you are alive again. Your chapter is again, your page is blank again, and you can restart your whole journey of life. Also, during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatara. Mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. That is, our entire body silently and without movement recreates what is happening distances far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. This mirror neuron is a scientific established subject. When we are observing something, the mirror neurons in our brain, they start to follow that and replicate that in our life. So once when we are having the darshan of the avatara, Nijavatara, manifesting the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our whole brain starts to mirror that, and to that we also start to feel the same bliss, the same superconscious energy that the avatar is going through. That is why our whole entire body silently and without movement recreates what is happening distances far away. So even if you are seeing the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on your computer screen, your laptop screen, or your TV screen, or your mobile device, but once you are having the divine darshan, it will not feel like you are seeing him on a device. It will feel like you are experiencing him live, face to face, in his physical presence. That is the power of the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Readings from the Cosmic Archive, Akashic readings. Akashic reading is not prediction. It is reading from the cosmic archives. There is no such thing as past, present, and future. Beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In dimension of time, starts the past, present, and future. But in Akashic records, there is no past, no present, no future. That is why what you call as happened, happening, yet to happen are clearly already recorded. So this was about the Akashic reading. Now we will have a short introduction about the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramasiva as per Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities a lifestyle for humanity. the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Kanchai Kailasa Sarvagyapitham Tundai Mandala Adinam, the incumbent emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Samrajyam. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam of Kailasonata Shyamalapitha Sarvangyapitha, and the present Mahamandaleshwar, Supreme Spiritual Head of Mahanirvani Akhada, the largest apex monastic order. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar, the head of for all spiritual leaders of Atal Akhada, ancient apex body of Hinduism. Swamiji is also the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Dharmamukti Swargapuram Adhinam, and Swamiji is elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1000 Hindu leaders. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is revered as teacher of Hinduism, most prolific, most viewed, read and watched. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has authored 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil and Sanskrit, translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read and downloaded, and also over 10,000 hours of discourses. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has enriched over 1 billion lives digitally. Swamiji is respected as commentator of all sacred scriptures such as Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, Jain Sutras, etc. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is honored as leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader. Swamiji is reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Rudrakanyas, Rudras, Rishis, Rishikas, Bhairavas, Bhairavis, and Sannyasis. Swamiji is establisher of the largest Hindu university, the Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University, in the world with satellite campuses in 150 countries. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the establisher of 1000 plus Kailasa Enlightenment ecosystems and is the founder and reviver of over 100 Sarvangya Pithas. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures and over 20 million digital books. So after this short introduction about the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, we will go into the next segment, which is demonstration of extraordinary powers, in which the Balasans of the Nithyananda Gurukul will be demonstrating extraordinary powers of the third eye. So for this segment, we will have Sri Nitya Mangalananda Maharaj. He will be leading us into this segment after this short break. Thank you so much for joining in.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifest the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Priya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nithyananda. Thank you so much, Manish ji, for leading us into the next segment of today's program, which is the manifestation of the extraordinary Shaktis of Paramashiva. The Balsans, the Nithyananda Yogis, the initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, will now be demonstrating the powers of the third eye and sharing with all of us the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation of the divine powers awakening us through the Diksha or initiation.
Nithyanandam.
Sorry for the technical glitch. In today's Bhava Samadhi, all of us will be receiving the initiation into the third eye awakening and various other powers, the blessings and grace of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We'll be manifesting the following powers of third eye, which is the power of seeing with the eyes blindfolded. The third eye is the cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation, one can effortlessly express the powers and see through the third eye just as you would see with two eyes. Let's understand a little bit more deeper into what are Shaktis. Manifesting powers or Shaktis are described in the Vedas and in the Agamas as a system, a method, and a science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are divine. You need to manifest divine, and not you are man, you need to reach the divine. Here, the foundation is you are Paramashiva. Your unmanifest recognizes that you are Paramashiva even if you have not yet manifested it. Understand that is why what Paramashiva is revealing through this body and through this system, through this methodology. In Samyama you do on powerful cognitions, you manifest only Shaktis, powers, not Siddhis. These are the direct words from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the science of power manifestation. Shaktis expressed from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine in high integrity with the Guru. Shaktis are the source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or penance on the path of enlightenment. The Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation from the avatar. Shaktis are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from your experience of enlightenment. Paramashiva is the source of Shaktis. He is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging, beyond time, space, form and causality. As the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakrityas, or the 5 cosmic actions of Srishti, which is the creation, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Prabhava, pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, which is the liberating grace for all living entities. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the 1008th living incarnation of Paramashiva and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been the cradle of enlightened beings in highly advanced sciences. It is where the science of enlightenment and powers, Shaktis, was lived and taught as a lifestyle. For the first time in modern day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving these yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world at a record-breaking pace which has never been accomplished before. The Guru Parampara, the knowledge and science of manifesting these Shaktis, are passed down from one generation to the next through Diksha, which is the initiation by the enlightened Gurus. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught the sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for brilliance to manifest the science of power manifestation from the various disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra and Shri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, the science of Aushadha, Advaita and Bhakti Yoga, Paramashivignana and Paramashiva Vijnana. So how do we awaken the divine Shaktis in us? Every ultimate truth, Jnana, mapped into our consciousness, Prajna, manifests as the possibility and power of every being, Prajnana. Here, we have a beautiful video where the science of Diksha is expanded upon. What is Diksha? How can we benefit from Diksha? And where and all does Diksha raise our consciousness? Please listen intensely as we watch this video on the science of Diksha.
Transfer of spiritual energy by an enlightened being.
Through look, word or touch. The traditional Vedic book Navaratneshwara states, Sarva samapi dikshanam muktihi phalamakhanditam avirodhat bhavantyeva prasangyastu bhuktayah. The main benefit of all initiations is moksha, enlightenment. As a side effect, health, wealth, leadership and well-being happen. And in Rudrayamala Tantra, Shiva says, Devi diksha vihinasya na siddhihi na cha sadgatihi tasmat sarva prayatnena guruna dikshito bhavet. The one who is not initiated does not attain liberation nor a better future. So by all efforts, one should get initiated by Guru. What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved that the process of initiation floods the brain with energy. This is the superconscious energy of Kundalini, our own highest inner potential energy. As the Kundalini flows from the thalamus to the cortex, it sets up a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens the latent non-mechanical parts which we have never used before. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Initiation creates high awareness, visualization, creativity. It also slows the aging process and improves the immune system. Kundalini awakening, healing experience, levitation, teleportation, materialization. Experience the power of initiation through a range of exclusive programs conducted at the ashram. Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, Biddi, Bengaluru.
Yes, beautifully. The science of Diksha, why Diksha is necessary in our life, and how can we benefit from Diksha, beautifully explained in that video. Let us now understand the science of power manifestation and how it is authenticated through the four aspects of evidences, otherwise known as pramanas. The first is the Shasta Pramana, which is the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures of Hinduism. The second is the Apta Pramana, which is the experiences and results of Aptas or authorities on Hinduism, such as the Vedic rishis and scientists who have time tested and verified this science. Next we have is the Atma Pramana. The Atma Pramana is the personal account of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation, followed by the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observations and scientific experimentations. The Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus. Vedas are the pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology, the applied science is expanded upon. Vedas and Agamas, the Vedagamas are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truth. A reference cited from the Shastras, the source scriptures, is called the Shastra Pramana. Let us now get ready to witness a very unique and exciting demonstration of this power of third eye. Here we have the Shastra Pramana, which is the scriptural reference to manifest the power of third eye. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manaso dhardhyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. By fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession. By that stability of the mind in inner space, one directly sees the ultimate goal by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source. Here you have the Apta Pramana. Bhagavan Sri Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. Nato mam shakyase drishtum anenaiva svachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogam ishwaram. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you the divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic affluence. In the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna in the power of third eye to behold Krishna's Vishrupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. The 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through the third eye. Here you have the Atma Pramana, which is the personal experience of this science of third eye awakening, of this power of seeing with the eyes closed in Swamiji's life, where he explains the experience which he experienced at the age of 10. In Swamiji's own words, the first experience that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360-degree, 10 directions, below me, everything, I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience all of that as me. Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence and observation scientific experimentations. Study measures and compares the metabolic cell activity of the brain in conscious and meditative open of third eye states using positron emission tomography, otherwise known as PET. When performing daily activities, high activity is measured in the brain where the third eye is located. When in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the brain is at peace. Here we have the Sakshi Pramana, which are the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation happening through the initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. This rare, sacred science of third eye awakening is being made available to humanity for the ultimate enrichment and conscious evolution by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. As the living incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all bounds of time, space, and matter. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is gifting this pure and great science of third eye awakening, along with many other spiritual sciences through initiation, Diksha, where millions of people have already been initiated into this power and are experiencing the profound results as extraordinary powers in their life. Let us now get ready to witness the live Shasta Pramana demonstration of the power of third eye with the Balsans and the Nithyananda Yogis. Joining us here today for this power manifestation demonstration, we have with us Sriniti Shivshankarananda Maharaj, who is an extremely powerful power manifester, as well as a Balsant who has been on multiple world tours manifesting these powers for manifesting these powers to spread the science of third eye awakening. Nithyananda Maharaj.
Nithyananda Maharaj. So thank you for having me in the first segment and the introduction part of today's Devi Parashakti's Akashic reading, having the manifestation signs of this power of this blindfolded reading, the power of third eye. So what's going to happen is now we'll be manifesting this power of third eye by blindfolding ourselves, connecting in the space of oneness with Swamiji, reading and doing things how we do with our eyes open, the same way with our eyes completely blindfolded. So as you can see in my the hands, this is the mindfold which I'm going to wear. This mindfold is completely tested by the ophthalmologist, and it is proven there is no visibility of light which will be passing through the eye band. So this mindfold is in the front, you can see, which is in black in color, is thick in acrylic sheet. In the behind is the sponge, and towards the side you can see the adjustable strap where I can adjust it accordingly, loosen it up or tighten it while wearing this mindfold. So while wearing this mindfold, it is to show to all of us that there is no visibility of light or something to see, some other vision or to see and make us read. So it is completely foolproof. So blindfolding myself with this mindfold. So what is going to happen in the other side of the camera? As you have noticed that there are a set of blocks, set of coins which are there. So what's going to happen is I'm going to play with that and arrange it. It's a Jenga blocks and a different coins. I'm going to arrange it accordingly and make a structure, make a formation and play with it with my eyes completely blindfolded. Swamiji very beautifully says, when we do this with our eyes completely blindfolded, it is like manifesting powers of Paramashivoham himself, that you feel that you are Swamiji, that you are allowing Swamiji inside you and making this manifestation happen. So when you are allowing this, slowly, you will do everything with our eyes completely blindfolded. Like now, starting to read blindfolded, starting to play with things blindfolded, starting to write with our eyes completely blindfolded, and connecting ourselves in the space of oneness and doing every other thing with our eyes completely blindfolded. Basically, manifesting this power of Paramashiva 24/7. So now, connecting myself in the space of oneness with Swamiji by chanting the Mahavakya, the powerful energy, the powerful mantra, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, requesting his grace and blessings on all of us to manifest this power of third eye, which is reading with our eyes completely blindfolded.
Yes, Shivshankara Maharaj has now tied his eye band and now is getting ready to manifest this power of seeing with the eyes blindfolded for all of us. Let us all enter into the same space of oneness with Swamiji bringing our awareness to our third eye. Earlier today, we learned about the science of mirroring neurons, where even though we are not performing the action directly, just by seeing another person performing the action, the same brain activity will happen in our brains as well. And so, as Sri Shankara Maharaj is now manifesting this power of seeing with the eyes blindfolded, when we connect with Swamiji and be in the space of oneness, the same mirroring neurons will happen in us as well, allowing us to manifest the same power of seeing with the eyes blindfolded. Results is straight. Bring our head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Bring our awareness to our third eye. Remember Swamiji. Be in oneness with Swamiji. And start chanting the Mahavakya mantra. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, Maharaj, we can go ahead.
Yes, so we can have the table being projected. Yes, so Sri Shankara Maharaj, could you please repeat once more for all of us what the demonstration is going to be?
So, what's going to happen exactly? Now I have blindfolded myself, and in the front of me there are a set of blocks which are there, quite about 20-15, the Jenga blocks and the coins placed. So what's going to happen is, now blindfolding myself, I am going to arrange it in a set of formation way and arrange it accordingly without falling, with a little gap, without falling apart, and adding the blocks and the coins both together in the blocks and make it as a structure. So that's going to happen now, and maybe one or two, up to how much ever, which is the formation which I'm able to build with my eyes completely blindfolded. I'm going to play with the blocks accordingly. So that's going to be the manifestation today, playing with the blocks and the coins which is being placed in front of me.
Yes, Maharaj, thank you so much. You can go ahead and start building the structure with the blocks and with the coins. Please go ahead, Maharaj. And so as Sri Shankara Maharaj is now building the structure blindfolded, you can see he's placing the blocks on all the four sides. The power of third eye is one of the most preliminary powers which is manifested through a being after the third eye is awakened. This power is mainly to check if the third eye is awakened or not. Because if the third eye is truly awakened, it is through this power one can, not only for others but for himself, be rest assured that the awakening has happened. The third eye is a cosmic browsing center where anything, any power, any knowledge, everything can be downloaded from the third eye. Thus, the name Cosmic Browsing Center. There are other powers as well, which can be manifested through the third eye, such as the power of remote vision, the power of body scanning. But before any these powers can manifest, the fundamental power of seeing with the eyes blindfolded helps strengthen and solidify the experience of third eye inside all of us. And so now, as you can see, Sri Shankara Maharaj has beautifully mixing the blocks and the coins together, has built the structure with his eyes closed, seeing this whole thing through the third eye. And not only has he used up all the blocks, he is now using the coins as well, and has already made the structure almost 6 feet tall. up to the point where you can see that it is very slightly wobbling. So to construct a figure at this height with the eyes blindfolded, you can imagine how clear you must be able to see with the eyes blindfolded. And this is something, even with our eyes open, we have to be very careful to do, because even a small mistake or even a small misplacement in the structure can lead to the whole structure toppling down. And so the structure, even with the eyes opened, needs a lot of time and patience, precision to make such a structure. And as you can see, Sri Shankara Maharaj is arranging the rest of the coins around the structure. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for manifesting this power of seeing with the eyes blindfolded for all of us. You can go ahead and ask the volunteer to remove your eye band. And so beautifully, Sri Shankara Maharaj has demonstrated to us the power of seeing with the eyes blindfolded, construction, making the structure with his eyes blindfolded, such a way where it was about to topple. At that height, Sri Shankara Maharaj has built the structure. All of this with the eyes blindfolded, proving the precision and the amount of clarity which can be seen with the eyes blindfolded. Thank you so much, Sri Shankara Maharaj, for manifesting this power for all of us. You can ask the volunteer to go ahead and remove the eye bands. And so with this, we're going to be entering into the next segment of today's program, which is understanding what exactly are the Akashic records, how we can benefit from an Akashic reading, followed by understanding who is Devi Parashakti, and how we can benefit from today's Bhavasmaya Darshan. Please stay tuned as we enter into the next segment of today's program.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Priya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through his body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Nithyanandam. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you so much, Srimati Mangalananda Maharaj, for beautifully demonstrating, leading the session on the powers of the third eye. Excellent manifestation of the powers of the third eye, initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Now, we look into the next part of the power manifestation, the manifestation of Devi Parashakti, myself, and how what we are all waiting for, the Akashic records. Let us first understand what Akashic records are and what is the significance of the Akashic records, who can read them, and more importantly, how we can prepare ourselves, and very specifically, what really can be asked in an Akashic reading that pertains to our life. There are so many things that we may want to ask, but what exactly should we ask? So this segment will allow us to make those decisions and give us some more insight into what the Akashic records are and how we can approach them. So let us start with the definition given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Akashic records are records created in space. Whatever has happened in time is there as a file, is in the space as a file. Nothing can be destroyed. Please understand, none of your actions, thoughts, plans, emotions, words, nothing can be destroyed. Akashic records are the cosmic archives of everything happened, happening, and will happen. Akashic records are the verbal, visual, five-dimensional document. Whatever is happening is continuously getting recorded. All the information you collected from all of your births is in your DNA. You can access some of them just to understand and not to waste time doing the same actions again and again. Let us see how this can beautifully happen for us. Let us get into a little bit more of the insights of what Akashic records are and how the reading can happen. What is Akashic reading? Let us again go back to Swamiji's own words. Swamiji says, nobody has a right to comment on these readings. Nobody has a right to manipulate these readings. Nobody has a right to interpret, comment these readings. They are complete unto themselves. For anybody to live in tune with the cosmos, live as Jivan, live Jivan Mukti, the living enlightenment, does not need any special practice other than listening to these great readings again and again. When you listen to these great readings, naturally your negative logic is penetrated, broken, and these great truths settle in your inner space and they make you live enlightenment. Swami Beautifully says there is no special practice that is needed. Simply listening to your own Akashic reading is sufficient, is enough for you to live enlightenment. It's also important to note that Akashic reading is not a prediction, it is a reading from the cosmic archives. There is no such thing as past, present, and future. Beyond the space, creation and destruction keep happening simultaneously. In dimension of time starts the past, the present, and future, but in the Akashic records, there is no past, future, or present. That is why what we call as happened, happening, yet to happen, or clearly already recorded. And it's also very important to understand who can decode Akashic readings. There is such a thing as reading the Akashic records, which is something that we will look at who can do it. Now, who can actually decode those Akashic readings? As avatar of Paramashiva, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has raised humanity with the blessings and darshan in the form of Devi Parashakti, revealing answers to questions to the yearning of seekers as solutions, breakthroughs, and liberating humanity from pain and suffering. So any answer given by Devi Parashakti is not just an answer, but a karmic breakthrough for the receiver. It is not merely an answer to a question, it is a karmic breakthrough, a conscious breakthrough that can Now this is the Shasta Pramana, the scriptural reference on manifesting the power of Akashic reading, the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, which is given by Bhagavan Paramashivoham himself to Devi Parashakti. Here, Bhagavan says, Akasham Vimalam Pashyam Ritva Drishtim Nirantaram Stabdat Matat Shana Devi Bhairavam Vapurapniyat. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless, infinite, etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze from the third eye without blinking continuously and make the body and inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of the infinite space, which is Bhairava. The infinite space, Bhairava, represented by Bhairava. How to attain that? The space where there is no time, the space where the happening, and will happen not exist. All the three, as we call it, are available simultaneously. The space, Bhairava, how to enter into that? Lord Bhagavan Paramashivoham himself has given the verse in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Dharana 61, Sutra 84. The Sakshi Pramana for this manifestation of power, the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation. Few of the sharings of thousands of initiated disciples of Supreme Body of Hinduism who have successfully started manifesting the power of remote vision after the initiation. So as you can see, so many people all around the world have given their experience, their result of how the manifestation of power is happening through them. This Sakshi Pramana for this manifestation. And then let's also look at here. I want to just look at this Lord Maitreya story here. In the Mahabharata, the Shasta Pramana, where the reference of this power manifestation of reading the Akashic records is in the Hindu Purana Mahabharata, narrates a story of great sage Maitreya who reveals the secrets to Vidura, the story of his birth in human form and the reasons of all his suffering. Sage Maitreya accessed the Akashic records and told Vidura that he was not an ordinary man, but was in fact an incarnation of Yamaraj, who is the Lord of Death. He was to play the part of a so-called Shudra for 100 years, being cursed by Mandika. This is from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, how this experience happened with Swamiji himself in his own life, that is now tested in the Supreme Body of Hinduism's own words. Reading Akashic records is just open the screen and it will appear. Originally, the Akashic records appear in Sanskrit and then it gets translated into English. For the process of seer seeing the scene and cognizing. That is why most of the English words which I use, those same words are getting repeated in the Akashic records. Because the seer, during the process of seeing, translating the scene, because the seer is the person who is talking to you regularly in English, he uses the same word to cognize and translate the scene during the process of seeing itself. And this is Swamiji explaining the process of how what is seen in the Akashic records in Sanskrit, and when he is delivering those Akashic records, comes out in English. Now let's look at the benefits. Why we should be looking at the Akashic records? Why we should be reading the Akashic records? The Supreme Body of Hinduism says, all the information you collected from all of your births is in your DNA. You can access some of them just to understand and not to waste the time doing the same actions again and again. Not to get stuck in the same karmic cycle so that we can get liberated out of that. Just to know all the information, all the karmic baggage that we have collected as well. Accessing the DNA code, reading the Akashic records will be useful for you to be liberated from your default future. If we don't do anything, we don't take action, where our future will lead is the default future. Now, by accessing the DNA code, we can alter, we can rewrite our future. Bringing an end to binding cognitions, known and unknown suffering, leading you to experience enlightenment. Paramashivoham. And now it's very important to understand that only an avatar can alter the Akashic records. The initiated Balasans can view the Akashic records. However, only an avatar can alter, edit, upgrade, and change the Akashic records. During the darshan and dikshas, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blesses and upgrades the Akashic records as per the prayer of the devotee. Whatever the devotee is asking, based on that request, prayer, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, out of his abundant compassion, alters, edits, and rewrites the Akashic records. So, let us now come to where it all boils down to for us. What can you ask in Akashic reading? There are so many things that we may want to ask. And here are some things, some pointers about what we can actually ask in an Akashic reading. We can ask the most accurate and unbiased answer to any question about your life, destiny, purpose, or even any everyday part of your life. You can ask to be spiritually healed of physical and emotional problems with just a look or a word. You can ask to understand the reasons behind your life's happenings. You can ask to receive blessings, to fulfill your right desires. Also, you can ask to get the clarity to redesign your future. All of these are enablers, pointers for us to understand what we can really ask during our Akashic reading. So in this segment, we saw what the Akashic records are and what it means to be reading the Akashic records and how the reading done by an avatar, an incarnation, can actually alter the course of our future. We can rewrite our future and we can edit and alter our Akashic record also. And as we just saw, the pointers on what we can actually ask in an Akashic reading. So as we prepare for the Akashic reading of Devi Parashakti, manifesting in the Nija Avatara, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, let us enter in the next segment of an introduction to Devi Parashakti herself. We'll understand who Devi Parashakti is, cognize her presence, and also understand how we can relate with her. We can enter to the introduction to Devi Parashakti. Just happens.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through his body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara. And give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifest the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifest the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But the Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Nithyananda, welcome back. Let us now look at Devi Parashakti. Let us see. We saw actually Akashic records, what they are, and how we can alter our future by simply reading the Akashic records from an incarnation, an avatar. And now let us introduce ourselves, prepare ourselves to interact, to relate with Devi Parashakti, who is the supreme divine feminine consciousness. Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti. Dhyana Shloka is the chanting that we can use to invoke the presence of Devi Parashakti and visualize her form. Svishaktya yukto yadi bhavati shakta prabhavatum nache devam devo nakalu kusalas panditamapi atastvam aradhyam harihara vichadvirapi pranantum stotum va kadamakrata punya prabhavati. This Dhyana Shloka beautifully says, O Lord Shiva only becomes able to do creation in this world along with Shakti. Without her, even an inch he cannot move. And so, how can one who does not do good deeds or one who does not sing your praise become adequate to worship you, O Goddess mine, who is worshipped by the Trinity? Bhavani tvam dase mai vitara drishtim sakarunam iti stotam vanchan kadayati bhavani tvam vitiya tadaiva tvam tasmai drisasi vijasa yujya padabim ukunda brahmendra sputa makuta virajita padam. If anyone has wish in his mind to pray, you, Bhavani, my mother, please shower on me a part of your merciful look. Even before he says, you, Bhavani, you, my goddess, would give him the water falling from the crowns of Vishnu, Rudra, and Brahma at his feet. You will grant him everything. Devi Parashakti is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. All the great things can start only with mother. Bhuvaneshwari, Devi Parashakti, is the cosmic mother. Her cosmic womb, from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in. The source where the Big Bang and black holes go on. Parashakti is the source of all of us. We all came from Parashakti. We stay in Parashakti and we go back to Parashakti. Swamiji says, listen, we are all literally waves in the ocean called Parashakti. Parashakti is the source Shakti, source energy, source power from which all of us have come. All of us came, in which all of us are even now, in which all of us are going to merge. It is like a wave, starts from the ocean, stays in the ocean, raises in the ocean, and falls in the ocean. We all start from Parashakti, stay in Parashakti, raise in Parashakti, drop in Parashakti, and merge in Parashakti. Parashakti is the main deity of the sacred feminine and the divine concert of Bhagavan Paramashiva, who is the Lord of Supreme Consciousness. Parashakti is the embodiment of Yaga, Supreme Sacrifice. Now let us take a look at divine feminine consciousness, how it is unique to Hinduism. No other tradition explores this fundamental understanding of the divine feminine consciousness and a beautiful way to relate with that aspect of consciousness. Unique contribution to the spiritual consciousness from the Vedic tradition is sacred feminine worship. Even if everything from what Vedic tradition gave is lost, then just if the sacred feminine tradition is there, then the whole thing can be revived because that is the seed. Hinduism has at least 10,000 sampradayas, traditions or subsects. If all the sampradayas are lost for some reason and only this one sampradaya, the Devi worship, remains, then the whole thing can be brought back because the whole thing is centered on this one, mother worship. Mother worship carries the blueprint, the hologram of the whole Vedic worship. That the sacred feminine worship is a hologram of the Vedic tradition. There is no enlightened being on the planet Earth without worshipping the sacred feminine, including me. I am basically a Shasta, Swamiji says. I myself followed Devi worship. From the beginning, it's my biography on and all the deities I taught, the darshan I had, all other based, Devi based. This is as per this great body of Hinduism when he said this on September 17, 2010. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, one of the greatest avatars who lived between 1836 and 1886 in India, says, Shiva is Brahman, but Devi has the key to reach Brahman. Unless she opens, nobody can reach. Very beautifully, he describes a house scene. Even though husband is the owner, the key to the house will be always on the hip of the mother. Either you have to fall at the feet of the mother, or these small sons of the mother, only they can touch that place, the hip of the mother, and remove it. Nobody else can touch. So either surrender to mother, or the people who are closer to mother are able to reach. The divine cosmic beings are real and they manifest from Kailasa. They enlighten the time-space zone through deities and incarnations. In Madurai, Paramashiva as Bhagavan Somasundareshwara and Devi Parashakti as Devi Meenakshi came down from Kailasa and established the greatest enlightenment ecosystem. In Madurai, Bhagavan Somasundareshwara graced the people of Madurai with various miracles, and he stays at a frequency that he can immediately assume human body and relates with you, answers you, responds to you, pleases you. This whole Shivalila Arnava in Madurai, beautifully Paramashiva reveals In every time when he assumes the form to manifest the sudden power and grace, he exemplifies the expression of the sacred secret that humanity can benefit from. The story of Hemanatha Bhagavatam. Varaguna Pandyan, the king of the Pandya kingdom, of which the capital was Madurai, was like Indra. Hemanathan, skilled in Veena, the string musical instrument, came to his darbar, his courtyard, from North India. He played thrilling songs on the instrument, Veena. The king appreciated Hemanathan's music, gave him rich presents, and kept him in a separate bungalow. Hemanathan was very much puffed up owing to his skill in music. Varaguna Pandyan understood that Hemanathan was proud of his knowledge of music. He called his darbar musician, his courtyard musician, Banabhadra, and said to him, "Oh Bhadra, will you be able to attain victory over the new musician, Hemanathan?" Banabhadra replied, "I can certainly defeat him, though through your grace and the blessings of Lord Somasundara of Madurai." The king says, "Well then, come tomorrow and exhibit your skill in music." The disciples of Hemanathan roamed about in all the streets and lanes of Madurai, played on the veena, and vigorously advertised about their skill in music. Banabhadra heard this and reflected within himself. These disciples are very efficient in music and veena. If the disciples possess such knowledge, what must be the splendor and glory of the Guru? How can I attain victory over this master musician? Then he prayed to Lord Shiva, Lord Somasundara, kindly help me now to defeat Hemanathan. I am in need of thy grace. Then the Lord assumed the form of a woodcutter, wore a rag around his body and torn shoes on his feet. He had a veena in his hand and a bundle of fuel on his head. He went to the house where Hemanathan was living and sat on the veranda of the front porch. He took his veena and played in a marvelous manner. He sang beautifully along with the veena. Hemanathan was struck with wonder when he heard the wonderful music. He came out and asked the fuel seller, "Oh, fuel seller, who are you?" He replied, "I am one of the disciples and the servant of Banabhadra, the Darbar singer of Varaguna Pandyan, the king. He has many disciples. As I became old, my master abandoned me and told me that I am unfit for singing." Hemanathan requested the fuel seller to sing again. The Lord sang again Satari Raga, which melted the heart of Hemanathan. Lord Shiva, who acted the part of fuel seller, vanished with his bundle of firewood. Hemanathan thought within himself, "I have not heard this Satari Raga till now. It is Deva Raga. If this old man can sing this raga in such a beautiful manner, what must be the knowledge and glory of his master? Surely God only ought to have taught him this raga. I cannot stand before Banabhadra. Let me leave this place at once." Hemanathan's heart was filled with fear and shame. He left all the things and left the house at midnight along with his disciples. Lord Somasundara appeared in the dream of Banabhadra and said, "Do not be afraid. I put on the form of fuel seller, sat on the veranda of the house in which Hemanathan lived, and played on the veena. He was struck with wonder and ran away at midnight. Be at ease now." Banabhadra got up in the morning, went to the temple at Madurai and worshipped Lord Somasundara. Then he went to the darbar of the king Varaguna Pandyan. The king sent the servant to call Hemanathan. The servant searched him in several places, not able to find out the new musician. The neighbors of the house in which Hemanathan lived said, "One fuel seller came and sang. The new singer left the place at midnight. This is only what we know." The servant reported the matter to the king. The king said to Banabhadra, "Can you tell me what you did that evening?" Banabhadra told the king, "My venerable lord, I went to my house and prayed to Lord Somasundara to bless me. He appeared in my dream and said, I put on the form of a fuel seller, sang Satari Raga in the house of Hemanathan. I drove him away. I at once woke up. This is what happened." Paraguna Pandyan came to know that this was the Leela of Lord Shiva. He admired the devotion of Bhadra and gave him his presence. He said to Bhadra, Lord who made Brahma and the other devas, his servants, became your servant and blessed you. We are all your servants only. I am your servant. In future, sing the praise of Lord Samusundara always. Manabhadra rejoiced heartily. He was ever devoted to Lord Samusundara. With that, we conclude this segment where we understood Devi Parashakti, how to meditate on her, how to relate to her. And we also saw how Devi Parashakti and Bhagavan Paramashiva themselves played a beautiful Leela, the Leelarnava, the divine play in the city of Madurai. And we also heard the story of Banabhadra, where Lord Paramashiva himself manifested in a form and responded to the request of his devotees. Let us now enter into the next segment where we see the divine miracles of Devi Parashakti from her Akashic readings after this break.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifest the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for